let's have a look down below. For Monohull, this is an incredibly spacious yacht. The layout of the boat, it's essentially a 5-cabin boat with 3 guest cabins. We're here in the salon. This is the bow, the stern. So going through the galley here aft is the large owner's cabin. The day head there on the port side. Through here, I'll show you in a little bit. This is a crew cabin with 2 bunks and head and shower. And then as you go forward, it's 2 equal guest cabins with separate heads and showers. And then forward of the showers in these 2 forward cabins is a crew cabin that's accessible from the deck with a large bunk on the bottom and a smaller bunk on the top. It is also accessible through the boat, through the forward shower on the starboard side. I'll show you that in a minute. You can see you have a large settee area, ample seating for 6 people. This table slides in and out. It also has an electric actuator that raises and lowers it. A very clever feature on this boat are these trays. So you've got a serving tray that also securely fits there, that also fits here, and you also have another tray to serve food or use however you like. And then these leafs fold out, so you have a space for dining, and the table lifts up. Under the floors, there's quite deep storage in these 2 compartments. This panel comes up, and this panel lifts up. This is your access to the generator. It's in a soundproof enclosure and in a cocoon box around it. The control panel for the boat is very simple and easy to access. All the controls are here. Inverter, chilled water system for the AC. The salon AC controls forward and aft. There's also a heating system on the boat that's plumbed throughout for cold conditions where a reverse cycle air conditioning heat system would not be sufficient. This would be great for very cold weather, like in the 40s and below, where reverse cycle air conditioning really doesn't work. The boat is set up to operate not only in Europe, but also in the US. The boat was built to US specifications, so the outlets look like an American outlet on it, but the boat is designed to plug into 50 or 60 cycle power, operate the AC and battery chargers, no problem. It's a very versatile world cruiser, and that's exactly what the owner of this boat set it up to do. Here at the nav station, it's almost really more of sort of like a captain's desk, but you've got a VHF control here, a wireless VHF that comes out of that cradle, and then also wireless autopilot control. If you look up above, these are the hatches I was showing you from the deck. Once again, these all open. You've got forward and aft facing hatches. So depending on what direction the wind's coming from, you can pipe it down here to the salon if the weather's nice. Fridge, but it can also be turned down to be a freezer, so you've got good versatility there. On this side in the galley, a nice wine fridge. And then behind me, front-loading fridge, drawer freezers, top and bottom, cabinets, plenty of storage space, pantry. Nice U-shaped galley. We have a microwave and convection oven, propane oven, induction stovetop, and a propane stovetop. You have a lot of versatility on how you're preparing meals and cooking. 2 hoods for exhaust fans when cooking. And this is the passageway back into the owner's cabin. We'll have a look through there. So this is a day head. It's just a toilet and sink. It's easily usable by guests. Currently, it's being utilized as a storage space. So it's a little cluttery in there, but you can see how functional that space is if needed, or can be cleaned out if you would like to use it as its intended purpose as a day head. Come on in the owner's cabin. This is the furthest aft cabin, largest in the boat. On this side, we have a office desk area, some storage in the back, a seat that swivels in and out. You got power outlets here. By the way, every cabin has 2 USB plugs, 2 outlets. This one has another set over there on the other side of the berth next to the AC and heat controls. Lots of storage here with drawers and cabinets. The owner wanted to have displays in the owner's cabin, so at any time you can see where the boat is, what the water depth is, wind speed and direction, and anything else on the multifunction display. Flat screen TV. We have virtually a queen size island berth. A nice settee area here to sit and read, change clothes, some shelves, cabinet space. And then when we were up in the cockpit, I showed you the hatches to get in and out of the owner's cabin. There's one there on the starboard side, and then another one over here on the port side. The one on the port side is the one that has the fittings to attach the ladder, and that was stored up in the day head we saw before. So this ladder, you can virtually go from your cabin straight to the cockpit and back. On this side, going forward, on the starboard side, you'll see there's a very nice vessel sink, teak, toilet area, and then a shower here in the back. So this is one of 4 different access areas to the engine. So we are on the starboard side of the boat. I'm looking aft. And if you look in here, you can see the engine compartment. You hear the AC running, but very clean. Virtually no corrosion on any of the systems in here. You have the chilled water, air conditioning. And there's an access, you can see the panels on the other side, also forward. And then forward from here through the aft crew cabin, I'll show you the access. This berth is what's called a Pullman style, which means it's off to one side. It's big enough for 2 people. There's a hanging locker here, drawers. And there's also drawers underneath the berth too, with storage space there. Teak vessel sink, really beautiful accommodations, freshwater flush heads, nice dry shower, Corian finished countertops, and Alpi teak interior. This is the compression post for the mast. This is wrapped in leather. These are the securing cables between the mast step and the keel, all very secure and good shape. And then forward we have the starboard forward cabin. We'll go through here and then I'll show you the entrance into the crew cabin from there. Alright, so this is as far forward as we could go inside the boat. There's a bunk bed here on the top. It's all being used as storage, which is quite convenient. Another berth here on the bottom is a cushion for that. The toilet, sink area, and shower. So this door closes around and encloses this shower cabinet, so it actually makes it dry. And then there's a ladder here on the starboard side that goes right up through this hatch up to the foredeck. This is the starboard side midship crew cabin with a single bunk top and bottom. There's a combo washer dryer in this space, and like all the other crew cabin spaces on the boat, it is also individually air conditioned and heated. And nicely finished enough that it would be suitable for small children or a couple not in love. So from the starboard midship crew cabin, there's also access into the engine room. So I showed you the access to the aft part of the engine. This is the access to front. This is a Volvo engine. There's also a separate set of instruments, so you can see direction, wind speed, depth, that sort of thing from the crew berth, just like in the owner's cabin. I'll show you where that is in a minute. And as you come out of the crew cabin, you have a control here for the water maker and control here for all the systems on board. So easy for the crew to access without having to go through the boat and disturb any of the other guests, particularly late at night. When you come back in here, I'll show you these displays that are on the back side of the door. And here we have the third forward access to the engine compartment. So really you can get around all parts of the engine quite easily. We're talking about other access to the engine. This is the access straight to the filters. You can see you've got filter access right there within arm's reach. Very thoughtfully done. So the companionway hatch on the Jeanneau 64 is very nicely done. So it's set up where it slides into the floor of the cockpit and then raises up.